a reading from Taetrece Harrison, Bitch Hunt.
November 28, 2017. After an all-day legal seminar ended, I came out to find my car booted. While I was on the phone to get someone out to remove the boot from my car, I noticed a man across the street walking toward me. But I thought little of it. But while on the phone, I got an eerie feeling like I was being watched. I turned around, and the man who had been walking on the opposite side of the street was now so close that he could kiss me. The man was about my height. He was carrying clothes. The man was about my height, dressed in all the black clothing, including the backpack he was carrying. His clothes were filthy, and I assumed that he was homeless. I was startled by his strange behavior, but I remained calm. Although in my mind, I was screaming. I thought of various scenarios, but I knew it was best not to appear frightened of the man or his actions. I stepped back from him, hoping that ignoring him would cause him to move on, but I remained watchful of his movements. Unfortunately, ignoring the stranger was not working. He began talking, but I did not understand his words because I was on the phone. I assumed that the man would take the hint and leave, but instead, he kept talking. Although I would not engage in conversation with him or pay him any attention, he continued harassing me while ignoring my subtle hints to leave me alone. Finally, I heard him say something like he has a friend that removes boots from cars. I told him that I was fine, that he should leave me alone. It became evident that he was not going to leave me alone, and I realized that my safety was in jeopardy. But at this time, I had managed to return to my car. I opened the driver's side door to put some distance between myself and the strange man, and to indicate that I was not interested in the continued intrusion. Unfortunately, the man kept coming towards me. And even while I was standing inside the open car door, and he was still talking, though I was not listening, all of my efforts of ignoring him, of not engaging in any way, and using my cell phone did not work. So I became more aggressive by raising my voice and tone, and I repeated the plea to leave me alone about 4 times. The strange man began getting agitated, and when he realized that I was not backing down to his unwanted behavior, he began yelling and cursing by saying, "You fucking bitch, and that's why your car has a boot on it." And as he exclaimed these profanities, he finally began slowly walking towards the intersection of Loyola Avenue and Girard Street. He kept yelling and cursing as he continued walking away. But suddenly, he disappeared behind some cars parked to the left of my vehicle. I immediately got a sick feeling in my stomach and realized this encounter was not over. As I looked for the man and accepted that he was not going away, I firmly announced that I had a firearm and it was best that he moved along. As I yelled out to him, I simultaneously retrieved my firearm from the side compartment of my open driver's side door and placed the semi-automatic on top of the dashboard of my vehicle. The stranger began to retreat across the street. And just as I felt some relief, he returned and began yelling and screaming more obscenities. He taunted me that I don't have a gun. If you do, you should shoot me. My mind was gripped with fear, but I prepared to defend myself if the man decided to follow through on his threats. And as quickly as he reappeared, he finally departed the area. But he was still screaming and yelling at me as he was leaving.